This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Time now is 4:27 here on your Thursday morning. We want to welcome you into Good Morning Indiana. I'm Meredith Barrick.
I'm Rafael Sanchez. Good morning to you. A new overnight of fatal shooting we're looking into right now. As you can see behind us, this is all developing at the 2000 block of North Parker Avenue, happening at 1 o'clock this morning. Police found an adult male with gunshot wounds. He died at the scene. At this point, detectives have not yet to name a suspect. A reward of up to $1,000 is being offered for any information that leads to an arrest. More details on what's happening there coming up on Good Morning Indiana.
We're now taking a turn to something a little bit brighter. The weather today. Today is your pick day of the week, Todd, because it's not only going to be warmer than average out, but the sun is going to be shining as well.
And unlike yesterday when it was a little breezy, we lose the wind today. So think yesterday minus the wind.
Okay,
so it is going to be still my pick of the week. It's a little chilly this morning. 28 in Logansport, 26 in Zionsville, and 29 in Bloomington, but it's 31 in Indianapolis. So you definitely need the jacket this morning. The camera pointing on Monument Circle for a reason here this morning, and that's because today is the RTV6 toy drive. We'll be down there starting at 6 o'clock here this morning. You can just swing on by in your car in front of the WIBC building and drop off a new unwrapped toy for the RTV6 toy drive, and we'll pick it up right out of your window. You don't even have to get out of your car. So please come join us down there at some point if possible throughout the day today. And there's the forecast for the rest of today. 49 degrees with mostly sunny skies, above normal temperatures, and as we mentioned, not as windy. So today, enjoy it. There are some changes as we get towards the end of the 7-day planning forecast. We'll show you that coming up in just a little bit.
We're going to get our toy workout. You just hand it over. We're going to pick it up and
into the busy goods.
Hopefully it is a big, heavy box, big, heavy bag of them. Absolutely. We do have a warning following the death of an 8-month-old baby who died in a house fire in Frankfurt. The boy's father and 2 siblings were able to escape, and the funeral for that child will be held this weekend. But now a space heater is being blamed for that accidental fire. And Rafael, this is something we see happen every single winter, unfortunately.
Every single season, and that's why firefighters once again are renewing their call to all Hoosiers to use special care when using a space heater to keep their homes warm during cold nights. We'll take a look at this very serious issue also coming up for the next few moments. Firefighters offering some key tips to keep you and your family safe over the next couple of weeks, over the next couple of months.
Absolutely. And you heard Todd talk about it just moments ago, but we want to make sure we tell you about it one more time. The 6 Shines On Toy Drive happening today at Monument Circle. We are so excited.
It all begins at 6 a.m. and ends at 6 p.m. You don't have to get out of your vehicle, as Todd mentioned. Our team will be on hand to collect your toy donation, and we want to thank you already for your amazing generosity. More news, weather, and traffic coming up right here on Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 4:30, the Frankfurt community is rallying around a family after their baby was killed in a fire caused by a space heater. The lessons fire officials want you to learn so that a tragedy like this won't happen again.
Also on this Thursday, a local business wants to help protect you against those porch pirates. They're offered to make sure you get your packages this holiday season.
And after visiting the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Ivanka Trump will talk about job training right here in the Circle City, how you can be a part of the conversation. 4:30 here on your Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Meredith Barrick.
I'm Rafael Sanchez. Welcome to you on this Thursday. As you just mentioned, what a beautiful morning already. Got out the car. I thought, is it warm in Indianapolis? What's happening?
Not right now. I don't think right now.
But yesterday in the afternoon.
Listen, when you get out of the vehicle.
Maybe on the south side.
And warm. It's always warm on the south side. It felt good.
Yeah,
I mean, you know.
There's a difference when you're driving into the city, right? And it's clear around. The temperatures are a little cooler. You don't have any clouds. The city skyline looks so bright.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Especially with the Christmas lights out there on some buildings.
When we have the clouds and all that moisture around, and you can kind of see the clouds with the big buildings. Not the case here this morning. It's cool. It's crisp, but it's clear, and that is the good news. 31 degrees right now in the city. Get outside the city, though. Temperatures are in the 20s in some locations, in fact, many locations. 24 in Crawfordsville, 29 in Bloomington, as well as Greenfield. As you work your way over towards the Richmond area, the temperature is at 28 degrees. And here is the view from downtown. This is looking off towards the west. You can see the flag on top of the One America building there, kind of extended, but yesterday it was fully extended with that wind. That wind is a lot calmer here throughout the day today, and that's what we'll enjoy really from start to finish. Outside right now, you can see the clear skies. The clouds are off towards the east and back to the west. There's really not a whole lot going on, and that's the sunshine that we'll enjoy here going forward, not only today, but in the coming days. So as we mentioned just a few minutes ago, it is the RTV 6 Shine on Toy Drive on Monument Circle. Here's your forecast for the day today. 43 degrees by the noon hour, lighter winds with our high temperature today getting very close to 50 degrees.
Todd, thank you. Time to check your roads. Good morning to Columbus, Greenfield, and Avon. Let's stay west of the city. They're at I-465, at I-74, US 136 on the west side. As you can see, traffic is light this morning. It's really a good day throughout the interstate system. Nothing major to report. Another view from our Traffic Now camera system. We are now looking at I-65 at the north split. As you can see, traffic is light at this moment. So if you're trying to get to work, this would be the best time to come on in because no one's on the road. So come on in. All is good.
New overnight, one person is dead following a shooting on the city's east side. Metro Police say they responded to calls of shots fired near East 20th and Parker Avenue around 1 this morning. When officers arrived, they found a man who had been shot multiple times. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say they do not have a suspect this morning, but if you know anything about what may have happened at this scene early this morning, please call Crime Stoppers. Plans are underway to honor a young life that was tragically cut short.
The funeral for an 8-month-old boy who died in a house fire will be held this weekend, and now the community is stepping up to help his family. That baby, Deacon James Hunter Mills, was trapped upstairs when that fire started at a home in Frankfort Monday morning. His father and 2 other children were able to escape. The family, they lost everything that they own. But since the fire, hundreds of Hoosiers have stepped up with donations. Mark Sanders is the senior pastor of Frankfort's Faith Family Church. He says when the call for help went out, it took less than a day for the church to overflow with everything the family needs: food, clothing, toys, beds, and even household appliances.
It came within a few hours. By Tuesday morning, we were having a meeting at 8:30 to shut it down. So by Monday night at 8 o'clock, we pretty much already had enough food and enough clothing from people in the community.
The pastor says the family has all the items they need, but the church is still accepting monetary donations on their behalf.
Frankfort firefighters say Monday's house fire was an accident caused by a space heater. Space heaters can be a necessity during the winter, but it can quickly cause tragedy and destruction. Firefighters say a common problem is overloaded power strips and extension cords, which can eventually overheat and start a fire.
If you're going to use a space heater, you should have only the space heater plugged into the outlet. And if you're going to use extension cord, you need to use a heavy-duty gauge wired extension cord.
Firefighters say space heaters need to be kept at least 3 feet away from Christmas trees, curtains, bed sheets, and shaggy carpet. They also say not to put space heater power cords under any blankets or rugs, which can also cause overheating.
This morning, Greenfield police continue searching for a man last seen handcuffed near the Hancock County Jail. Police say that Stephen Scooty Groves is 5'11" and weighs about 200 pounds. He was last seen wearing a tan pants, a gray shirt, and no shoes. If you see him or know anything about his location, you're asked to call 911.
A man accused of shooting 2 women in a truck has been formally charged with murder. According to court documents, 47-year-old Jermaine Lamar allegedly shot them after yelling at one woman for talking to his friend too much. This happened near I-465 and Washington Street in Indianapolis. One woman died Saturday morning and was allegedly asleep in the back of the truck when she was shot in the head. After the shooting, Lamar allegedly flagged down a Hendricks County deputy in Plainfield. He is also facing charges for attempted murder and being a felon carrying a handgun.
This is really a great idea. The time now is 4:36. A local business on the east side of Indianapolis is stepping up to prevent package thefts. The owner of the Coal Yard Coffee business is telling neighbors to use the cafe's address for package deliveries. Any boxes can be safely put in storage there until you can pick them up. The owner says she knows package theft is an ongoing issue, so this is one way they're working to help the people in their neighborhood.
It doesn't cost us a thing. I mean, we're open here, we're here, we'll hold them for you, you can come pick them up. That way it just kind of reduces the frustration and the heartbreak during the holidays.
That is a great idea. The owner of the Coal Yard Coffee says that she offered this to the neighborhood last year as well, and about 5 people had their packages delivered to that business. She's hoping to help even more community members this year.
Very unique.
Yeah,
great
like
idea.
That. Yeah.
Hiring Hoosiers is RTV6's way of helping connect you with open jobs, career resources, and educational paths. And this morning, we want to put the word out on a big opportunity.
This is really a great project. Military spouses are the group with the highest rate of unemployment in the U.S., and that's according to Recruit Military, a company that's looking to fix that problem.
So a free job fair will be held today for veterans, military spouses, transitioning military, National Guard members, and reservists.
This is a great opportunity for veterans and military spouses to connect with employers that are really looking for them to fill their positions. Many of the representatives on site are actually veterans themselves, so it's a great way not to just be a piece of paper, a resume. It's actually making connections and having conversations.
The job fair runs from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Morant Shrine Temple on New Jersey Street. Dozens of companies and organizations will be on hand.
The time now is 4:38. Ivanka Trump remains in Indianapolis this morning to talk about job training initiatives. Today, Ms. Trump will host a quarterly workforce policy advisory board meeting at the Indiana Women's Prison. She made a pit stop yesterday visiting the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Now, during her visit, Ms. Trump will learn more about the last mile training program that helps prisoners gain employment after their incarceration. You are invited to listen to the meeting and submit questions. We have information on how you can do that by going to the RTV6 app today.
The Ronald McDonald House is all ready for the holiday season thanks to some helping hands and friendly competition. And today you can see it for yourself. Volunteers from 14 companies that support the house during the year took part in a tree decorating contest as part of Deck the House. Those who attend their open house this evening can vote on the best tree. Everyone is invited to the event to learn more about the Home Away for Home for families with sick children.
Come see what we do. Come learn about what we do. We are here. We're a respite for families while their children are in the hospital. And a majority of our families are at Raleigh Children's Hospital. And so we're here. We provide food and comfort and beds for families to stay, again, while they're away from home. It's especially tough during the holidays.
The open house is from 4 to 6. The Ronald McDonald House is located at 435 Limestone Street, which is just off of West Michigan Street on the IUPUI campus.
And this is one of our biggest and most favorite activities this time of year. A big reminder, Monument Circle is the place to be today for our 6 Shines on Toy Drive. And thank you for your generosity, because you folks always give so much, and we thank you. Our toy collection will be from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. tonight. You don't have to even get out of your vehicle, right? Just come on by. We'll accept toys of all ages or cash donations that will be used to shop for toys. Come out and see us, and thank you in advance. For a list of other drop-off opportunities, go to theindychannel.com and look for the 6 Shines on Toy Drive logo. We look forward to seeing you today on Monument Circle.
The impeachment inquiry is entering a new phase. Coming up, what legal experts had to say in the latest round of public hearings.
And 3 people dead after a gunman opens fire at the Pearl Harbor Naval Base. Still ahead, what we know about the alleged shooter. That's coming up. But first, let's check in with Todd Clausen. Good morning, Todd.
Rafael, good morning to you. Good morning, everybody at home. It's a cool morning for us here, not only across central Indiana, but much of the Midwest. Despite the cooler temperatures this morning, we all go above normal later on this afternoon. Today is the best weather day of the week. We'll talk about it in detail and look ahead to your weekend as well. Coming up in your Storm Team 6 forecast. The time now is 4:40. You're watching Good Morning Indiana right here on RTV6.
With Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk.
A new round of public hearings underway. This time, a panel of constitutional scholars is asked to explain what the founders meant by treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. ABC's Inez de la Cuetera has the latest.
President Trump is back in Washington, where the impeachment inquiry entered a new phase led by the House Judiciary Committee.
If what we're talking about is not impeachable, then nothing is impeachable.
Democrats brought in 3 legal scholars who testified the Ukraine scandal is evidence the president abused his power for his own personal political gain and that he should be impeached.
President Trump's conduct, as described in the testimony and evidence, clearly constitutes impeachable high crimes and misdemeanors under the Constitution.
Republicans were allowed to invite their own expert who did not defend the president, but argued Democrats were moving too fast and have not yet proved their case.
It's wrong because this is not how you impeach an American president. Why you want to set the record for the fastest impeachment? Fast is not good for impeachment.
And then there was this moment.
The Constitution says there can be no titles of nobility. So while the president can name his son Baron, he can't make him a baron.
Let me also suggest that when you invoke the president's son's name here, when you try to make a little joke out of referencing Baron Trump, that does not lend credibility to your argument. It makes you look mean.
The First Lady writing on Twitter that a minor child deserves privacy and should be kept out of politics. Professor Carlin later apologized.
It was wrong of me to do that.
The House Judiciary Committee has given the White House until Thursday to decide whether it'll participate in any of the next hearings. A full House vote is expected before Christmas. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, Washington.
Police are trying to figure out what caused a U.S. sailor to open fire on 3 people at a military base in Pearl Harbor. The victims were shot on the deck of a Navy shipyard. They were civilian workers at the historic military base. 2 have died while the 3rd is in stable condition in the hospital this morning. The gunman later shot and killed himself. This all just happening 3 days before the base marks 78 years since the attack in World War II.
The role that the shipyard played in World War II is pretty legendary, and the shipyard is well known for, the amazing work they did then and the amazing work they continue to do. So this is certainly a tragedy for everyone here.
The Hawaii base was locked down for about 3 hours after the shooting. The gunman's identity has not been released.
A major California highway still closed after severe flooding. This just south of San Jose. Cars were caught on camera trying to pass through, as you can see right there. Officials say the water is 4 feet deep in some areas, and they had to close the road in both directions. The National Weather Service has issued several flood advisories after that heavy rain. And Todd, you always remind us during high flooding situations here in Indiana to turn around because you don't want to drown. And those are serious situations, whether in California or here in our home state of Indiana.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you are. You have no idea how deep that water is, and it only takes about 6 inches for your car to get washed away in fast-moving water, and about 12 inches of water for your car just basically float away. So you definitely do not know how deep it is, and that's why we always tell you to turn around and not drown. But we often see people just trying to forge through flooded areas. All right, no rain in the forecast today, but we do have decent temperatures. In fact, we should be up to right around 50 degrees here later on this afternoon, and that's going to put us above normal. The normal high is 42 degrees. So the difference between yesterday and today is about 1 degree temperature. And also today we do not have the wind that you have to contend with. So that is good news. You can see just 5-mile-per-hour wind right now. 31 degrees right now in Indianapolis. Outside of Indianapolis, though, temperatures are chilly. We're in the 20s, as cold as 24 degrees right now in Crawfordsville, 29 in Bloomington, Richmond at 28 degrees, 25 as you make your way up into the Peru area. Throughout the day today, we'll see plenty of sunshine. Temperatures moderate pretty quickly. We should be near 40 degrees by the time we get to 11 a.m., 42 degrees by the noon hour, 46 degrees by 2 p.m. with sunshine, and then just a few fair weather clouds filtering in with our high today of 49 degrees right around 4 or 5 o'clock later on this afternoon. So get out there and enjoy. It's going to be the best day we have in our forecast, probably at least for the next 7. It's not the warmest, but it's the best because it's dry with the sunshine and the light winds. We'll expand out some lake effect snows here in Cleveland as well as the Buffalo area, but to our west you notice the clear skies, and that's what we enjoy going forward in this forecast. This evening temperatures will be holding steady right around 40 degrees with a clear sky. Should be very, very nice out there. And then for the day tomorrow, a little more in the way of cloud cover, especially the first half of the day, but we do get into some sunshine tomorrow. But you do notice the temperatures, they kind of hold steady throughout the morning hours, and then they start to fall off as we work our way into the evening hours. So it's still a decent day. It's just not as good as it's going to be today. And then looking ahead to the weekend, Saturday, not bad. 44 degrees. It's dry and cool with plenty of sunshine. Most of the Sunday is dry. Late in the day, some showers will develop. It's warmer, though, up to 51 degrees. Monday has the potential to be a pretty wet day for us with areas of rain moving through. 53 degrees. Could end as a few snow showers early Tuesday, but then the cold blast of air comes in. Look at that temperature by the end of the 7-day in the middle of next week, all the way down to 22 degrees by Wednesday for your afternoon high.
Todd, thank you. We are taking a live look right now at I-465 at I-69 State Road 37 Binford Boulevard. Traffic starting to pick up just a smidge in that area. No issues to report right now.
So a holiday ad for an exercise bike is not really going over well with critics. Those critics calling it sexist. The Peloton commercial features a woman recording a blog after her husband gives her a Peloton bike for Christmas. She talks about how nervous she was to exercise, but is thrilled with her progress. Critics say it promotes a negative body image and bad marital dynamics. Peloton defended the ad, saying that many people reached out to them with similar stories, and that bike cost more than $2,200. The virtual class cost $39 a month.
If you're thinking of joining Instagram, you'll now have to share your age to create a profile. The social media app will ask new users to type in their date of birth. Previously, Instagram users were only required to confirm they were 13 or older when signing up. The site says it is doing it to help keep younger people safe and enable age-appropriate experiences. It also expects to improve ad targeting with the new change.
Still to come on Good Morning Indiana, a grandpa's life dream comes true this holiday season. After the break, the moment that he hears his original Christmas song on the radio.
And a teen is still recovering after being shot multiple times over Thanksgiving weekend. New at 5, his mother's message to other parents. But first,
I'm Vinny Politan. Coming up today on Court TV, reaction to the dramatic verdict out of Fort Myers, Florida. Mark Sievers was found guilty of first-degree murder for the orchestration of the contract killing of his own wife, Dr. Teresa Sievers. The case is not over. We're looking forward to the penalty phase of the trial. The same jury will return to decide the ultimate question inside a courtroom, life or death for the convicted murderer, Mark Sievers. We're in Fort Myers, Florida today on Court TV.
Very thank you. We'll be watching for those details today. Don't forget, you can watch all of the new Court TV live on your mobile device by visiting CourtTV.com. We'll be right back. Beautiful jewelry. Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana, and a good morning to Westfield, Greenwood, and Mooresville. On this Thursday morning, we're taking a live look at I-465 at Arlington Avenue. As you can see, traffic is building up on this Thursday morning. We can tell you that all is well this morning. Of course, there are your usual construction areas. Be mindful of that and pay attention to those INDOT signs that will direct you on to what you need to know this morning. Meredith? A
grandfather's dream come true after hearing his original Christmas song on the radio. Johnny Gondison wrote the Christmas song, Christmas is Here, back in 1965. He says it was inspired by his kids and he wished to someday hear it over the airwaves. To help, his family posted the video on the internet, getting the attention of a local TV station. Then a Houston radio station reached out to Gondison, saying they'd be happy to make his Christmas wish come true.
I've wanted to have this song on the radio all my life.
And now it has been on the radio.
Yes, and I'm really excited.
Oh, Grandpa. After it played, the radio station said it was flooded with messages loving his song. We just heard, what, 5 seconds of that? I thought that was pretty catchy.
I love holiday music. In fact, my wife and I went to see Amy Grant on Monday, and I think she enjoyed it, but it always gets you in the mood, the spirit of it all. It's happy, it's uplifting, you know?
I know. I was riding in my car the other day, and I was flipping through satellite radio, and all of a sudden the Christmas station popped up, and I just stopped and listened.
Yeah.
And you kind of jammed?
And then, you know most of the song. songs.
Right.
So
you can sing along
in your car. That's the only place I sing along, in my car by myself. All right, outside.
Oh, I was going to say, and there'll be no singing in the rain today.
No, not in the rain. Absolutely. You'll be basking in sunshine today. From start to finish, not much in the way of wind. 49 degrees will be the high temperature. 45 tomorrow with a little more in the way of cloud cover. We're dry until very late Sunday, so there's a good amount of sunshine in the coming days. Monday's our trouble day. It's the warmest day, but we'll deal with areas of rain. Then a shot of cold air returns by the middle of next week. Time now is 4:57. You're watching Good Morning Indiana. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Stay with us.